Do you want to start streaming but you don't know what kind of equipment you will need to do it? Or are you already streaming and you want to take it to the next level? Well, in this video, I will walk you through different levels of budget-friendly streaming gear and also give you suggestions on possible future upgrades. Stay tuned. Hello industrious streamers and welcome to the GoblinFactory. I'm Attila, and in this video, which is the first one of a three-part series, I will talk about basic equipment you will need for live streaming. Of course, you can always spend infinite amounts of money on new gear, gadgets, and design, but this channel is all about budget-friendly solutions. And if you already have all your starting gear, don't worry, you will find upgrade suggestions later on in the video. So let's get to work. The first and cheapest option is specifically for people who want to stream video games from their consoles. If you plan on streaming different types of content or you want to stream games from a PC, you can skip ahead using the timestamps down in the description. But if you have a console and you want to give streaming a go, you can do it directly from most modern devices. A notable exception is the Nintendo Switch. To stream from that, you will need a different solution, explained a little bit later. The ones with built-in streaming solutions include the latest and previous generation of Xbox and PlayStation consoles. There are some differences though. On Xbox you will need to download the Twitch app, while on a PS4 or PS5 you will only need to press the share button after you linked your Twitch account to your PS account, and you can set up your stream in a matter of seconds. If you have a headset with a built-in microphone that is compatible with your console, you can add the mic as your audio capture. You can even connect a webcam to add it to your stream. Keep in mind that while the Xbox will accept any kind of standard USB webcam, you will need a specific PlayStation camera for your PS4 or PS5. The amount of customization you can achieve with this method is relatively limited, although the PS5 does have a few levels of overlay management built in. You might also have difficulties including party chat when playing online games, so if you want to use fancy overlays and extra features, you will have to up your game a little bit. The second level of streaming, still from a console, is for those who have a semi-decent PC or laptop as well. This will require buying a capture card and using it to capture the gameplay you see on your screen and transfer it already encoded to your PC or laptop, which then handles the streaming itself. This is the only way to stream games from a Nintendo Switch too. However, for PlayStation owners, there is a way, if you have a good enough internet connection, to do this without a capture card, and that is done by using the PS Remote application on your PC. Quality will be very much dependent on your bandwidth, but it can be done with decent results. In fact, I've already done it while streaming Spider-Man with my brother. The benefits of these solutions are easy to see, as your console won't have to do the encoding and streaming as well as playing the game, so your overall video output quality will be much better. And you can get fancy with overlays, countdowns, and you can also connect every kind of microphone or webcam that you own. Talking about overlays, the third and final video in this series will be about the graphical elements you can use on your stream, so I will put a link up here and down in the description so you can check it out. Now, if you're a PC gamer or you want to stream non-gaming content, you will have to choose one of the next two options. Either run a single PC setup where the same machine will handle both streaming and gaming, or you can have two PCs or a PC and a laptop and utilize a capture card in a similar way that I've explained previously. For hobby streamers and beginners, I definitely recommend using a single PC setup, as you can still achieve decent enough quality with a moderately beefy PC, and this is actually the way I go about it as well. Keep in mind that the PC specs are not set in stone. They will greatly depend on what kind of games you are trying to stream and the settings in your streaming software. More on that in a later video. But at this point, your possibilities are only limited by your budget, which might be tight, but don't worry, there are still a lot of options out there for you. Here are a couple quick tips for how to get by on minimal gear. 1. Use your phone as a webcam. Since prices are skyrocketing right now and Webcams haven't really improved much in the past 4 to 6 years. Even entry-level smartphones might have cameras that can match or even surpass the industry standard Logitech C920. 2. While a second monitor makes your life easier, it is not required for streaming. You can use your phone if you're not using it as a webcam already, or a tablet or a laptop or another kind of device to monitor your chat and to even control your stream like switch scenes and so on. This is also good advice for those who have very limited desk space available. 3. As a small streamer, especially if you're not affiliated yet, choose 720p as your video output in your streaming setup. It is less resource heavy on your PC, and while it still looks decent, it might even help people who are watching from mobile data or less than optimal connection. This allows you to stream with a weaker PC while you are saving up for your next upgrade. And since we're talking upgrades, let me give you my own gear upgrade priority list, which will hopefully help you set your goals and decide on what to save up for next. The two key components that you should prioritize and buy the best of within your budget are your graphics card and a microphone. In most cases, unless you have a really beefy CPU, you will set your stream up with GPU encoding, so the graphics card will have to bear the load of that, as well as your gaming in case of a single PC setup. The microphone is more for the viewer experience. You can get away with less than flashy video quality on your streams if your voice sounds good. And if you're looking for a good budget microphone, you can check out my review of the Rode NT USB Mini up here or down there. Next on your list should be CPU and RAM, as they will help not only to run the latest games, but other softwares you might want to use to take your stream to the next level. Things like SNES, Leorem board, or voice mode or some chatbots are a good example. Only after these should you look for a better webcam. As I've mentioned, the quality of these haven't improved all too much in recent years, and unless you're doing some art streams where people need to see the small details of you drawing on paper, or you need several camera angles, you won't really need anything better than a phone or a mediocre webcam off Amazon. You can actually improve your camera looks more with decent lighting. If you're streaming with a single monitor and it's not an ultra-wide, you will need extra screen space to monitor your chat, your stream settings, and so on. This is the stage where you want to buy a new monitor. Depending on your budget, something cheap and simple will do the trick. Just be mindful of the types of connections your GPU and your monitors have. And if you have all the essential hardware, you can start looking into quality of life options like boom arms, tripods, green screens, fancy lights, macro pads. As I've already said, you can spend limitless amounts of money on this hobby, but these are not necessary gadgets, especially for a beginner. The bare minimum you will need is a device for gaming, a device for streaming, and these can be the same device, a microphone, and possibly a webcam or a phone. So, now that you know the basic solutions on how to stream from a console or PC, and you have an idea on what types of gear you will need for it, it's time to get creative. Use what you already have, spend smart and within your budget, and if you feel like you've got value from this video, press the like button down below, it really helps out the channel. And if you have questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section, I will go through every one of them and answer everything. And who knows, I might even make a video out of your question. With that, today's shift ends in the factory. Stream smart and enjoy.